If I do need a wide receiver, I know Bill over here has really good wide receiver depth.
Anyone else get the feeling this Bill over here guy might actually be one of Matthew Berry's 16 teams? Just hang in there?
Yeah, hang in there.
Our thanks to John Chandler for that report, and I can see how so popular, but I know zero about it, how to do it.
Yeah. I just know that the drafts take hours.
100%.
This morning on Today, people in Vermont are taking a stand against what they're saying are out-of-control leaf peepers who flood their town to snag photos for social media. Coming up, why residents hope shutting down a main road will help curb the visitors. You can see that they flood the streets with tour buses, drones. Apparently, it's out of control.
It is beautiful if you get a chance to see it in person. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bowling Green, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
What does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Hi, Paul.
Meet Opie Taylor. He's dramatic. A dreamer.
I wish that I get a B in arithmetic.
But most of all,
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
He's devoted to Dad. It's Andy and Opie on The Andy Griffith Show.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Most people look at the scene of a truck crash and just see a bad car accident. But at Hughes & Coleman, we know there's more to it. An overloaded trailer, signs of poor maintenance, or a trucking company pushing drivers beyond their limits. If you've been injured in a crash, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Good morning, everybody. Weather anchor Noah Moore here, filling in for Darius Mack. Now, today is actually starting pretty cool and chilly out there, so you're definitely going to want to wear that light sweater or that light jacket to start off the day. But temperatures are going to definitely increase into the 70s and possibly into the 80s as the day goes on. But most of the day will generally be mostly dry, but I'll have more on that in my in-depth forecast here on News 40 Sunrise.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise. As school sports settle back into session, parents out there may be wondering how they can help their kids minimize their injuries this season. We'll hear helpful tips from doctors on how to decrease trips to the hospital after the big game. Plus, we'll have the latest details on an ongoing trade between the U.S. and Iran as 5 Americans are returning home as a part of a prisoner exchange. Then, a major shift expected from the Federal Reserve this week, and it could mean good news for borrowers. We'll hear from economists on what this change could mean for your wallet. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Tuesday, September 19th. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's start off with our top stories. Former Kentucky Governor Brereton C. Jones, a Republican turned Democrat who served a single term in the 1990s, has died. Jones was governor from 1991 to 1995 and survived 2 serious accidents while in office that left him with a severely injured back. His administration was most memorable for a well-intentioned yet ultimately unsuccessful attempt at universal health insurance. Jones envisioned a system in which coverage would be accessible and affordable for everyone, regardless of health history. Instead, dozens of insurers bailed out of Kentucky and costs for individual coverage soared. He also sought to strengthen ethics laws while in office. And law enforcement officers across the Commonwealth are being honored this week, and 4 local Kentucky State Troopers were awarded for their acts of bravery and service. In 2022, KSP responded to nearly 400,000 requests for assistance and rescued many Kentuckians during natural disasters. We spoke with Trooper Pretty, who tells us how significant these awards are, not just for the troopers, but for the community.
We all get into this because we want to make a difference and because we want to help the communities that we're involved in, because we don't just work in those communities, we live in those communities, our families are involved in these communities, and we want to be a positive impact. People are recognizing that. It's something really special.
The Kentucky State Police is always finding new ways to impact every community they enter. More information about each award recipient can be found on KentuckyStatePolice.org. And new life-saving tools are heading to the Warren County Sheriff's Office as they receive new trauma kits. The kits contain bandages, tourniquets, hand sanitizer, and a pair of scissors to cut through clothing. These are just some of the many items that can help save a life during a traumatic accident, like a car accident. The sheriff received these kits while at the Kentucky Sheriff's Conference in Owensboro last week, courtesy of Sheepdog Impact Assistance.
They saw a need, I guess, probably across the state of Kentucky that, there's always an additional cost with any type of purchasing of equipment. And they saw that there was this kind of gap there, and particularly for law enforcement. So they stepped forward and were able to reach out to, like I say, all Kentucky Sheriff's offices.
Sheriff Hightower also says he hopes there is not a need for these kits, but it's nice to have them for each deputy if the situation calls for it. That was a look at your top stories. Now I'm going to send it over to weather anchor Noah Moore for a check of our forecast. Noah, good morning.
Good morning, Ashley. Yes, temperatures at the current time, like I said before, it is definitely a little chilly. Temperatures are mainly into the low 50s, upper 40s here in Glasgow at 49 degrees and Woodbury at 48. So overall, that's where we are going to start off the day. But temperatures are definitely going to increase as we go on throughout the day. Wind speeds, nothing too much going on really here. We're mainly seeing light and calm winds, and that can also result into maybe even seeing some isolated areas of patchy fog, especially in some of the rural areas. But here's live look at radar. All this green stuff is just ground clutter. We're mostly clear. I know on my way into work here this morning, I could see all the stars and everything like that. It was very beautiful. But as we take a wider look, we still do have that high pressure system here in and around the Ohio Valley region, and that's just pumping up moisture into the Great Plains states, and that's just going to result into them to see some showers and thunderstorms. Some of them can be on the strong side, but they're not going to be anywhere near us. But we'll be right back with more news and weather.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Injured in an accident? Let Flora Tappan and Stewart fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Tappan Stewart says fight the system? It means personal representation with top attorneys. We fight for you against big insurance and pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Tappan Stewart accident injury lawyers fight the system for you.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. Because life is too precious to be put on hold.
Want the best seat to see the big game? Ford's can help, and it can be right in your home. This ultra plush chaise rocking recliner features extra padded seats and full body support for only $5.99. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise at 7 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. It's leg pain caused by repetitive stress on the shin bone and the tissues attaching muscles to it. Shin splints often happen in people who run or dance, or anyone who switches up a training routine, and the condition can also lead to other injuries if not properly treated. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on how to help prevent shin splints in young athletes.
It's a common condition for athletes who overwork their lower legs. Shin splints are painful and need to be treated quickly.
You could potentially make it worse by trying to push through it.
Dr. Matthew Vosters with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says shin splints are preventable. And if you're returning to a sport after time off or trying to increase the intensity or vary your workout, take it slow.
We want to see like gradual increases in that activity level, typically on the range of like 10 to 15%, just to ensure that you're not pushing that too hard, too fast.
Other key prevention steps, strengthening and stretching your legs. Running on soft surfaces like a track or trail rather than cement, taking rest days to give your legs a break, and wearing proper footwear, replacing shoes every 350 to 500 miles. The footwear should have padding and good arch support. If you have flat feet, Foster says to make sure you wear insoles.
It kind of decreases that impact that eventually drives developing shin splints.
If you experience pain that becomes more localized and doesn't go away, it may be time to seek professional treatment.
If you are putting yourself in a situation where it's just getting progressively worse, then that would really be like a big flag to come and see a doctor.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
A new study has found obesity has been an increasing factor in cardiac deaths over the last 2 decades. According to research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, adults whose obesity contributed to their heart disease death tripled from 1999 to 2020. Still, there was nearly 18% decline in heart disease deaths during that time period. In general, the deaths were more common among men than women. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says about 115 million people in the U.S. are obese, and that number has been rising over the years. Coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, we'll bring you the latest updates on the upcoming prisoner exchange between the U.S. and Iranian government.
Plus, I'm tracking the perfect temperatures to fit more time to your trips for settle in for fall. But how long will these fall temperatures last? I don't know. I'll let you know.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
At Spring Hill Pharmacy, we are here to help people with their prescriptions, including delivering their medications to their door for free. We are excited to provide Smart Pack packaging at little to no cost. We have made a significant investment in this technology to package prescriptions. If we can keep people at home longer, help them with their medications and proper use, we feel like we have accomplished our goal as a pharmacy. Spring Hill Pharmacy, where helping people is what we do. Visit us on Russellville Road in Bowling Green.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
Flu shots at CVS are pretty flex. Schedule one for you or the whole crew. Plus, they're free.
Really?
Healthier is getting a flu shot on your schedule. CVS. Healthier happens together.
To stay locked in, I need to keep up my strength and my energy.
Cliff Bar is the ultimate energy bar, purposefully crafted with a blend of protein, fat, and carbs.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
The top AGT acts of the season are one step closer to headlining our show in Vegas. Brilliant.
AGT Live, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Will the Voice reigning champion?
I won this competition last season.
Break out his signature move.
Who do you choose?
This is so hard. And there's the Nile Smile. The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
President Biden addressed the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Parts of his speech will focus on the war in Ukraine and come on the heels of a major foreign policy move. After years of wrongful imprisonment in Iran, 5 Americans are returning home as part of a U.S.-Iran prisoner exchange. Bree Jackson has the latest from Washington.
5 Americans wrongfully imprisoned in Iran returning to the U.S.
Our fellow citizens are free after
enduring something that I think it would be difficult for any of us to imagine.
Their release is part of a controversial prisoner exchange that gives Tehran access to $6 billion in oil revenues frozen by U.S. sanctions. The Biden administration contends that money can only be used for humanitarian needs.
We have a very rigorous set of controls on the way that the regime can request withdrawals for this funding.
Republicans criticize the deal.
If you believe that they're going to use this money only for humanitarian purposes, then I have a mountain and a ski slope to sell you in Kansas.
The Biden administration's record of appeasement and squandered leverage has left Americans less secure.
Today, President Biden meets with world leaders at the United Nations. On the agenda, protecting human rights and tackling threats, including Russia's war on Ukraine.
Because of the support of the allies and partners, and let's not forget, because of the leadership of this president, Ukrainians have been able to really have some success on the battlefield.
The president urging Congress to approve an additional $24 billion in aid to Ukraine.
I think we looked through it, but the one thing I think the House is very concerned about is what's happening in America first.
Ukraine still fighting for freedom as a major foreign policy deal sets 5 detained Americans free.
All right, time now, 6:14 in the morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Now, right now, temperatures fairly chilly. Temperatures are at 50 degrees, but take a look out here in this tower cam. You see all that gray haze right there? That's all fog from earlier today, and it's still currently happening right now with light winds, light and calm. But going into everything else, we are mainly going to continue to still have temperatures pretty cool and chilly. Now, here, take a look at another tower cam out here in Butler County. You can definitely see all these beautiful clear skies, and that's going to really result into a very beautiful sunrise for this morning. Temperatures in and around the region, that's where we are seeing temps still into the low 50s and upper 40s, 49 here in Glasgow, 47 in E-Town, then further out to the west here in Madisonville, 53 degrees. Now, current radar, we are mainly seeing light and calm conditions. Nothing too much to really talk about here at this current time, but as we go into it, that's where we could still see a few isolated clouds. Now, here in Butler County, clearer conditions, temperatures into the 40s. Here in Warren County, that's where we are seeing out here at the Warren County Farm. Here, that's where we see more fog out there in the distance with temperatures at 50 degrees. So here's your dew point temperatures. Dew point temperatures are low today into the 40s and low 50s. So that is meaning that we are going to feel very nice, very comfortable with our muggy meter map here. We're all into the green shaded. Now here's a bigger picture. That's where we are still having cooler temperatures, given to the point that we saw the high pressure system, and that's just allowing cold air from Canada to dive in. But further out to the west, that's where they are having a lot more warmer conditions and even more shower and thunderstorm activity. Now here's take a look at your future cast. As we get into the day, that's when we are expected to still have temperatures rise into the low 80s and upper 70s. So it's going to feel very nice, very comfortable as we start off the day today. But here's why we are feeling temperatures. We are feeling temperatures just above normal here in the light shaded colors. That's where we are going to continue to have temperatures just a little bit above normal for at least the next 6 to 10 days. And here's that is depicting that. Temperatures are going to go into the mid to low 80s, especially by Friday. Temperatures are going to reach into the mid 80s at 84 degrees, possibly even 85 or 86. Today, temperatures are going to reach into the low 80s. 80 degrees is the forecasted temperature for today with partly cloudy skies. It's going to feel very nice, very warm out there. But tonight, temperatures are once again going to dip down into the 50s here at 52 degrees with partly to mostly clear skies and maybe even once again some patchy fog in some of the rural areas and definitely into the valleys as well. Now here's your 7-day forecast sponsored by Deborah Bros and Attorneys at Law. As we go into the start of the work week still, we are mainly going to have temperatures into the 80s with mostly dry conditions. So it's going to be a great day to at least get out there, get your car washed, or if you want to get anything out there done into the lawn. Now as we go into Food Truck Friday, that's when we're still going to have temperatures into the mid 80s. So make sure you dress accordingly with that. But Saturday is the first day of fall officially, but with these temperatures, it's not really fall-like temperatures. But as we go into the rest of the weekend, we are expected to have more shower and thunderstorm activity as we start in the week next week. We'll be right back.
Win up to $5,000 cash with the Red Towel Drawings at the Mid Gaming Hall Bowling Green every Friday in September at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. Red Towel Drawings, only at the Mint Gaming Hall. Proud partner of Western Kentucky University.
Every Tuesday evening, now through October, from 5 to dusk, come join us and go cruising for a cure. Rev up for fun, fellowship, and cool cars. Cruise on in behind Brewster's Real Ice Cream on Scottsville Road in the Southern Lanes parking lot. We're raising money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, the Alzheimer's Association, and Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Join us now for Cruisin' for a Cure. Presented by J.C. Kirby & Son Funeral Chapels.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Pictionary.
Jump rope. Jump rope is correct. 1, 2, 3.
Every weekday, Pictionary on NBC 40. Celebrate 3 years of winning all September long at the Mint Gaming Hall Kentucky Downs. Drive away in a brand new Subaru or win up to $500 in free play every Friday in September. Spin for a Subaru only at the Mint Gaming Hall Kentucky Downs.
United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain announced a new Friday deadline in the strike the union is waging against the big three automakers. In a video posted on social media, Fain says if Ford, General Motors, or Chrysler parent Stellantis have not made substantial progress toward what he calls a fair agreement, the UAW will call on more members to join the walkout. The UAW is currently seeking a 36% raise over 4 years, as well as job and cost of living protections. The union rejected offers from Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis centered around a 20% raise. So far, just 3 plants have been targeted. A Wisconsin-based company is recalling portable generators. It says the Generac fuel tank can fail to vent adequately and cause fuel to expel when opened, posing fire and burn hazards. Generac says people who own the recalled generators should immediately stop using them and contact the company for a free repair kit. And if you're shopping for a new stock on Wall Street, you'll be able to take Instacart for a spin starting today. The San Francisco-based grocery delivery company priced its shares at $30 each for its initial public offering. The shares, which could open the day at any price, will trade on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol CART. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
A major shift expected from the Federal Reserve this week, and it could mean good news for borrowers. What a pause in interest rate hikes could mean for your wallet, especially if you're in the market for a home or car. Jen Sullivan has a closer look in today's Consumer Watch.
A critical week for borrowers. On Wednesday, the U.S. Federal Reserve is expected to announce a decision on interest rates, and several economic data point to a pause in hikes.
And the Fed, I think, here is very cognizant of the fact that it doesn't want to overdo it and tip the economy into recession.
While inflation is much lower than it was last year, it's still far higher than the Fed's 2% target. And while economists like Joe Brusuelas says there's still a lot more work ahead to lower inflation, he says the U.S. economy is strong and we may not see another interest rate hike this year. That could mean a solid break for borrowers looking to get a new credit card or a loan to make big purchases like a car or a home.
You see auto rates anywhere between 3 and 6%. The average rate on a credit card is near 24% at this point.
When it comes to homes, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage averaged 7.18% for the week ending September 14th. That's up from 6.02% a year before. But Brusuela says mortgage rate relief is on the way if the Fed indicates at or near its peak with rate hikes.
I don't think 7% is going to be the new normal going forward. And my sense is we'll see in that 4.5% to 5% rate going forward.
However, there's also the chance that more interest rate hikes could be ahead this year, which could prolong the pain for borrowers.
The difficulty always here is knowing when to stop, and monetary policy, higher interest rates, takes a while to have an effect.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
All right, time now is 6:23 in the morning. Here's a live view out here at Warren County at the Kentucky Farm. You can definitely see out here in the distance, see all that fog. All that fog is going to continue to dissolve as the sun rises this morning, but it's definitely a very beautiful sight, especially out there in the rural country. Now, temperatures currently, we are all sitting into the low 50s and upper 40s here. Munfordville, 50 degrees. Franklin is down at 53 degrees, and Russellville, that's where we are seeing a cool, crisp 50 degrees. Wind speeds light and calm, with the highest wind maybe being about like 5 miles an hour. Radar mostly clear and dry conditions currently, all given to the fact that we do have this high pressure system, and that's just pumping up moisture into the plain states and further out to the west. Now, here in your commuter forecast, some of you may run into some patchy areas of fog, but by lunchtime, that should all be dissolved and out of the way with temperatures into the 70s. But as we go into the PM drive, temperatures should be into the low 80s, and that's when we are mainly going to see temperatures feel nice and warm. We'll be right back.
Do you want to experience the sets? The picks? And you heard about Zombieland. You can only witness this at the house.
The Hilltoppers host Middle Tennessee Thursday, September 28th. Be sure to wear your best WKU red shirt. Purchase your tickets today. Go Tops!
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? Why is that? It's unknown, and we feel unsure. Join us every Sunday on WNKY at 10:30 for Light of the World. The Bible is a lamp that will light our pathway.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
Good morning, everybody. Weather anchor No More here once again. Temperatures are going to feel very cool and very chilly out there, so you're definitely going to want to wear that light sweater or that light jacket to start the day as you make your commute. But as the day goes on, you're definitely going to want to shed some of those layers because temperatures are going to feel nice and warm by the end of the day with mostly dry and sunny conditions. But I'll have more on that here on my 7-day forecast because News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. Former Kentucky Governor Brereton C. Jones, a Republican turned Democrat who served a single term in the 1990s, has died. Jones was governor from 1991 to 1995 and survived 2 serious accidents while in office that left him with severely injured back. His administration was most memorable for a well-intentioned yet ultimately unsuccessful attempt at universal health insurance. Jones envisioned a system in which coverage could be accessible and affordable for everyone, regardless of health history. Instead, said dozens of insurers bailed out of Kentucky and costs for individual coverage soared. He also sought to strengthen ethics laws while in office. And law enforcement officers across the Commonwealth are being honored this week. 4 local Kentucky state troopers are awarded for their acts of bravery and service. In 2022, KSP responded to nearly 400,000 requests for assistance and rescued many Kentuckians during natural disasters. We spoke with Trooper Pretty, who tells us how significant these awards are, not just for the troopers, but for the community.
We all get into this because we want to make a difference and because we want to help the communities that we're involved in, because we don't just work in those communities, we live in those communities, our families are involved in these communities, and we want to be a positive impact. People are recognizing that. It's something really special.
The Kentucky State Police is always finding new ways to impact every community they enter. More information about each award recipient can be found on KentuckyStatePolice.org. And new life-saving tools are heading to the Warren County Sheriff's Office as they receive new trauma kits. The kits contain bandages, tourniquets, hand sanitizer, and a pair of scissors to cut through clothing. These are just some of the many items that can help save a life during a traumatic accident, like a car accident. The sheriff received these kits while at the Kentucky Sheriff's Conference in Owensboro last week, courtesy of Sheepdog Impact Assistance.
They saw a need, I guess, probably across the state of Kentucky that there's always an additional cost with any type of purchasing of equipment. And they saw that there was this kind of gap there, and particularly for law enforcement. So they stepped forward and were able to reach out to, like I say, all Kentucky sheriff's offices.
Sheriff Hightower also says he hopes there is not a need for these kits, but it's nice for them to have for each deputy if the situation calls for it. And folks across the Commonwealth are still celebrating a new opportunity promoting lifelong learning and continued education as Adult Education and Family Literacy Week kicks off. Since 2020, more than 8,000 Kentuckians earned their GED after the test fee was removed. And in the same amount of time, more than 16,000 Kentuckians have participated in the free GED program. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman says adult education is often thought of as second chance for individuals, but oftentimes it's actually a second chance for the system. That was a final look at this morning's top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
Time now for your Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm here with Marco, who's a 1-year-old pit mix, very high energy, would love a huge yard to let all that energy out. He does need a bit of training though, but other than that, he is a great dog with other animals. So make sure to come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and adopt Marco today.
All that energy in that sweet puppy dog.
I want Marco. I want Marco.
Yes.
He's so cute, rambunctious looking.
Yes, definitely has a high energy. So needs a young family or a big yard to run around in, but Marco needs a forever home, and you can adopt him today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society. Any tips on weather coming up after the break?
Well, coming up after the break, we are mainly going to see cooler temperatures still, but we are definitely going to have a nice warm up as we go right into the day. But I'll have all that and more here right after the break.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Injured in a car or truck accident? Let Flora Templeton Stewart Accident Injury Lawyers fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Templeton Stewart says fight the system? We fight for you against big insurance. You get personal representation with top attorneys. You pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Templeton Stewart fight the system for you.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well.
It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
Gee, hey Trent, what's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with this ain't. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should call JB. Trent, gee.
Should have called JB Electric.
At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
Insurance companies have a favorite kind of accident victim. The ones that take the first offer and don't ask questions. So which kind are you? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
You're going to bless people every day.
Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Good morning, everybody. Time now is 6:33 in the morning. Temperatures are fairly cool and a little chilly out there, especially here for parts of Glasgow at 48 degrees. But Warbury, we're seeing the coolest temperature at 47. But further up to the north there in Mumfordville, just a little bit warmer with temperatures into the low 50s. And that's just going to be the main story throughout the rest of the morning, as we're going to see cooler temperatures to start the day. But then as the day goes on, when we start seeing a lot more sunshine, temperatures are definitely going to increase. Wind speeds pretty light and calm. Nothing too much to really talk about there. Radar, same deal. All this green stuff right here, that's just ground clutter. But overall, we are mainly seeing mostly clear conditions and dry ones as well. And that's all due to the fact that we have a high pressure system off here just to our east. That's still going to be pretty dominant in our atmosphere. But further out to the west, that's where they are going to start seeing a little bit of the shower and thunderstorm activity. But that's still going to remain off to our west. But we're really not going to see anything for the next couple of days. Here, as we go into Wednesday, temperatures are definitely going to get into a little bit warmer into the 80s. And once again, for Thursday, temperatures are going to be into the mid to low 80s. But I'm going to toss it right over to Ashley.
Thank you, Noah. It's time now for your Tuesday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me in studio this morning are Tim Allen and Kyle Wilson, here to talk all about the Backpack Food Program by Soki Patriots. Guys, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
It's nice to have you here and to talk about a very important cause, something we've talked about here on Sunrise before, the Backpack Program. So tell us about it.
Yeah, the Backpack Food Program is a program based out of Feeding America. And we serve, roughly right now, we're serving about 750 kids per week. So it gets very expensive to provide all those foods. So we have to constantly do fundraisers throughout the year. And we approached Houchins Food Group about doing a fundraiser with us. And we worked it out, and we've got it going this year.
So Kyle, why is it so important that Houchins has jumped on board with this program?
Well, Houchins has always been a big part of the community, and we love to support nonprofit organizations and our local schools as well. So as soon as Tim came with this idea, we jumped on board immediately, and we even expanded it to surrounding counties, not just Warren County. So we're very proud to help out in this cause.
It sounds like just such a perfect partnership that goes, hand in hand with one another. But I mean, over 750 kids a week.
Correct.
So they go home with a backpack. What does that mean?
There is a bag of food made at Feeding America or here locally at Smiths Grove Baptist Church. We put them together. And we actually take those to the family resource officers of each school. And they have identified the kids that are food insufficient. So this bag discreetly gets put into their cubby or whatever, and then the teacher will come and put it in their backpack, or the older students will pick theirs up by themselves. And it goes home with them either Thursday for preschool or Friday for the other kids in schools.
And so how can the community help get involved? Can we donate food? Can we donate funds? What can we do to help?
Currently, here locally, we have Crossroads IGAs and Priceless IGAs, or Priceless Food Stores. And they're currently doing a fundraiser with a leaflet. We've got it here. So all you have to do is when you go through the checkout, the store should prompt you and tell you, hey, would you like to make a donation? If they scan this card, it will donate $1 to our organization. They can also do Roundup, or if they scan this card multiple times, each time is a donation of $1.
That's wonderful. So it's a great way to get involved. I know our community loves to get behind programs like this. So guys, thank you so much for being here to share.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. That was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, weather anchor Noah Moore is back with a full look at this morning's forecast. Stay with us.
Graves Gilbert Clinic's annual drive-through flu clinic is back and continues to offer a fast and hassle-free way to get your annual flu shot. The drive-through flu clinic will be administering flu shots from September 25th through October 20th at our main location, 201 Park Street, and from October 16th through October 27th at Family Care Center, 2724 Nashville Road. Stay healthy this flu season with Graves Gilbert Clinic and their drive-through flu clinic.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Car wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. After a car wreck, what does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means making the insurance company do what's right. It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. So if you've been injured, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
Flu shots at CVS are pretty flex. Schedule one for you or the whole crew. Plus, they're free.
Really?
Healthier is getting a flu shot on your schedule. CVS. Healthier happens together.
To stay locked in, I need to keep up my strength and my energy.
Cliff Bar is the ultimate energy bar, purposefully crafted with a blend of protein, fat, and carbs.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Weather anchor Noah Moore here. Right now, temperatures are into the low 50s here in and around Bowling Green, 51 degrees. Humidity is at 92% and our dew point is at 49 degrees. Winds are light and calm currently with light fog persistent in the area. Now here's some of our tower cams, a little out of focus, but we are out here in Butler County, mostly clear skies out here in Butler County. And then further on here into our temperatures in and around the area. Further north you go, that's where we're still gonna have temperatures still into the mid 40s actually. So right up here in Hardinsburg, 46 degrees, same thing for E-Town. Campbellsville, 49, then further out to the west here in Woodbury is at 47 degrees. Taking a look at your radar, mostly dry conditions, mostly clear skies as well, given that we still do have a few isolated clouds currently in some of the areas. Now, once again, here's in Butler County, temperatures 47 degrees. Here in Warren County, here at the Warren County Farm, that's where we are seeing temperatures at 49 degrees. So a nice, cool, crisp morning and very fall-like as we start the day today. Dew point temperatures, that's where we are all seeing dew points mainly into the upper 40s and low 50s. So you're definitely gonna feel that chill in the air. And here's your muggy map. That's where we're all gonna remain mostly very comfy, especially on out into South Central Kentucky. Now here's the bigger picture. Further off to our east, that's where we are having a high pressure system begin to move its way to the east. But further out to the west, that's where we could still see some isolated showers and thunderstorms, especially out here in the plain states. But here for us, just cooler temperatures and maybe even some high level clouds throughout the day today. But temperatures will soon quickly increase, depicted right here into your futurecast. Temperatures should reach right up into the low 80s for today. Very nice, very comfortable. If you got things to do outside today is the day to do it, and throughout most of the week it's a good week to do it. But then after that, temperatures are going to dip down into the 50s, and some of us once again could still see some patchy areas of fog with temperatures possibly even dipping down into the upper 40s in some of the regions. But as we go throughout the rest of the week, this week is going to be above normal in terms of our temperatures here, depicted by the lighter colors here, and that's all depicted by the Climate Prediction Center for the next at least 6 to 10 days here for us in South Central Kentucky. Now here's the next 4 days. That's where we are going to see temperatures really be a little bit above average with temperatures into the mid 80s, especially by Friday and Saturday with temperatures into the mid 80s at 83 degrees. Today, temperatures very nice, very comfortable, 80 degrees, a really good weather day with partly to mostly clear skies and warm temperatures. Going into tonight, temperatures are going to dip down once again into the low 50s and possibly upper 40s with some patchy areas of fog in some of the rural areas areas and lower valleys. But going into your 7-day forecast sponsored by Deborah Bros and Attorneys at Law, that's where we are really going to have nice temperatures going in throughout most of the work week. But as we start the day on Saturday for the first day of fall, that's where we are still going to have temperatures pretty summer-like. And then as we get into the weekend, that's when we can still see some showers and thunderstorms. But happy birthday to anybody out there, because we're going right into Soki's birthday club.
What does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Dog Stay Out is South Central Kentucky's 5-paw rated dog resort. Whether for the day or a whole vacation, Dog Stay Out will keep your pets safe and loved. Dog Stay Out offers boarding, daycare, agility courses, positive reinforcement training, grooming, and more. With multiple packages to choose from, pamper your pup any way you see fit. Find out more at dgokY.com. Your dog's home away from home. Dog Stay Out.
Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Fresh flavors. Fresh desserts. Fresh fun. Brewster's, fresh from farm to cone.
At WNKY News 40, we're always on. WNKY.com has the latest in breaking news, local headlines, weather forecasts, and sports highlights. WNKY News 40, because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Most people look at the scene of a truck crash and just see a bad car accident. But at Hughes & Coleman, we know there's more to it. An overloaded trailer, signs of poor maintenance, or a trucking company pushing drivers beyond their limits. If you've been injured in a crash, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Welcome into sports. District soccer rivals squared off last night as South Warren took on Bowling Green. The Lady Spartans hosted the Lady Purples in search of a 5th straight win. Bowling Green's offense kept their foot on the gas with many shots at the South Warren goal. The Lady Purples took the early lead on a free kick goal and added one just minutes before half. Bowling Green gets the win 5-1. Head coach Lisa Correa has now secured her 391st win, moving to 2nd all-time in KHSAA history. Congrats, Coach, on the historical win. Well, we have an update on the 2023 state golf tournaments over the weekend. Some in-town highlights from the state tourney. Bowling Green Purples Golf took home the KGCA All-State Championship Boys Team title. At the same time, Greenwood's Jacob Lang shot a total of 136 to win the 2023 KGCA Individual All-State Championship. Congratulations to everyone who participated. Well, to the Hill now as WKU Volleyball completed the 3-match sweep in the Alyssa Kavanaugh Classic. 3 Hilltoppers were tabbed to Player of the Week awards after a strong week. Paige Briggs was tabbed Offensive Player of the Week after tallying 35 kills in a single match against Western Michigan, breaking the all-time program record. Callie Bauer was named Setter, and Gabby Wee was named Freshman of the Week. The team is now preparing for UTEP. Here were Coach Hudson's thoughts on conference play.
They're an experienced team. They're athletic. They're physical. They're really good, really good. And so the league is good. We have more top 25 wins probably than we've had in recent memory out of this league already. And so the challenge is going to be great over the next month and a half, 2 months.
And that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Patrick. It's now time for this week's Topper Tuesday, and joining me in studio this morning is Assistant Athletic Director Colin Stoker. Colin, good morning.
Good morning, Ashley.
We were just talking about how much you have a hand in student athlete development, in the NIL, name, image, likeness. Where do you even want to start?
I think we can start with our student athlete development and community service. I've been so proud of our student athletes this year. Have over 1,400 hours of community service already since the month of May.
Wow.
So many projects they're getting involved in. We've had, in the last month, 2 signature service projects where our men's and women's basketball team, one led a Special Olympics basketball game, coaching the 2 teams, which is really special there. And then even our track and field and cross country teams just got involved with Curbside Ministries and hosting a large scale event for them. So proud of the work that our student athletes are doing to use their platform to get out into the community and really make an impact in the lives of those who are coming and supporting them here in Bowling Green.
And people love to see it. You also have something coming up, or you've been doing it, High Five Fridays.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that about?
Yeah, so we work with Title I schools here in Bowling Green to make sure that kids are excited about coming to school. So we selected, I think, 9 schools for this fall where we show up on Friday mornings. We greet every kid that comes into the school with a high five. We go to their morning assembly. We take part in their games and the different things that they have going on, and then kind of walk the kids to class, make sure that they're excited to be there, be learning. We're averaging about 75 of our student athletes being in the schools, so been so proud of that program and the growth and the work that our graduate assistant Audrey Griffin is doing. She's a former WKU track and field student athlete, so she has such a strong connection with our student athletes and the local community too, but she's doing a fantastic job of getting our athletes out into the community there.
And another great way to get the kids excited about the players and sports and education in general. Now I want to talk about name, image, likeness. And the NIL with WKU has just blown up, #1 in sales in the month of August. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we launched our NIL store through Campus Inc. I think it was August 15th, and we've seen tremendous success. People are supporting our student athletes, even blowing our own expectations of how well it's doing. Each student athlete that signed up, right now we have 125, has their own individual store online with between 8 and 10 items. Everything from t-shirts to jerseys. They all have their name and number on the back. And in the month of August, we were the #1 sales in the country, beating out schools like Duke and Purdue and Illinois. So to see Western Kentucky on that scale and the success that we're having, we're so excited for just affording this opportunity to our student athletes and the success that they're having in promoting it and using their own brand to have success and earn money.
Absolutely. And if people wanted to look and shop, how can they do so?
Yep, so it's at wku.nil.store. Right now, as you said, there's 125 student athletes on the store. We're about to onboard probably another 150 or so. So you'll be able to find your favorite WKU student athlete there and support them. And we also have new items coming. So we just launched football jerseys last week. We have basketball jerseys on the way. And you'll start to see some custom merchandise too. We had our Tops Gun launch with Austin Reed and Malachi Corley. We've got some Jimmy Holiday merchandise coming, some Kennedy Coyle from volleyball coming. So this company has been so helpful for us in making sure that our kids feel a part of the process and creating this merchandise and then giving their families a way to support them and help just lead into success off the field as well.
I love it, and I love to see it. Well, it's so exciting. Colin, thank you for being here this morning and sharing about all the good things happening on campus.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That was a look at this week's Topper Tuesday, and when we come back, we'll see what delicious recipe the Pie Queen of Bowling Green has for us. Don't go anywhere.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Beshear has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Do you want to experience the sets? The pit? And you heard about Zombieland. You can only witness this at the house.
The Hilltoppers host Middle Tennessee Thursday, September 28th. Be sure to wear your best WKU red shirt. Purchase your tickets today. Go Tops!
Do you have bricks cracking, doors and windows sticking, or cracks in your drywall? USS is here to help. Changing weather conditions cause the soil around your home to shift and your foundation to settle, compromising your home's structural integrity. USS can stabilize and even lift your foundation with our customized piering solutions, all backed by a transferable lifetime warranty. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more Morgan & Morgan. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Welcome to the Pie Queen's Pantry. I'm Bree, and today in the kitchen, we're kicking it up a notch and making my spicy trail mix. Let's get started. All right, so I've just got a variety of things here to put into our trail mix. First, we're gonna mix up the liquid that's gonna toss the trail mix. I've got 2 egg whites and about 1/8 of a cup of brown sugar, because everybody likes a little sweet with their heat, at least I do. I'm gonna get that started whisking together, and then I'm gonna slowly start adding in my melted butter. I started making this spicy trail mix as a way to put in the gift baskets with the store treats, because everything was pie and sweet and cookies. And when you're eating all that sweet, every now and then you need a little kick to go with it. So this has got, I like to use a Nashville hot seasoning, but you can really mix it up to whatever you like. We've got a tablespoon of this seasoning, and then we're gonna put, this is a small bottle, so about 4 to 6 ounces of hot sauce in this mixture. And a little less if you don't want it to be that spicy. You could always add a little more butter or some salt. This is gonna make this little paste. And then this is where you can get creative. You can put anything you want in. I love having some things that are cheesy, some things that are pretzel, and I love having the Chex in there. And I put peanuts in mine just because I think it adds a good flavor. All this is gonna go in the bowl, and then you're gonna just get messy with this and mix it up with your hands. So this is you want it to get coated on everything before you put it on the sheet pan and throw it in the oven. And we're gonna put that on this sheet pan like this. You're gonna heat it up and toss it. Woo! We're gonna heat it up and toss it a couple different times until everything is baked. And you've got your finished trail mix, which is right here. And this is delicious trail mix. Remember, it's not goodbye, it's good pie.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
I'm Castasia Haynes, and I've been with ComEd for a little under a year. Being an education major, it trains me to have patience, problem solving, and behavior management, and to work with all sorts of kids.
This job is great for college students. It is a great opportunity to make connections with school personnel and principals and other teachers in that too.
It's important for me as a college student to have a job that is willing to work around my schedule and helping me prepare for the future.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe, no exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met, no excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance.
Get up and I
more fuel efficiency, and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda CR-V Hybrid or Accord Hybrid for you.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
Glasgow, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Now, I love a good trail mix, but I have never had a spicy trail mix, and this looks so good.
You know, she's definitely right. If you have like a lot of sweets over time, you're probably gonna get like, you're not gonna crave the sweetness anymore. You're gonna want something like a little salty, something with a little bit of a kick with it, and like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, but I was surprised how she was like putting the Nashville hot seasoning in there, then hot sauce.
All that hot sauce in there.
All the goodness,
Yum.
and mixing it up, but with a hint of brown sugar, and I was thinking, okay, would I be crazy if I threw like M&Ms in there?
You know,
like a
I
little,
don't think so.
Like again with the
throwing
sweet
some Reese cups in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
some
mean, I
Reese
feel like
cups
it
in
can
there.
have some like spicy chocolate. There's like chili chocolate.
Yeah, I'm from Cincinnati. That's what we put in our chili up there is chocolate.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Okay.
Definitely not, no.
So this is what I'm doing, my next hiking venture. When will that be? Who knows? But if I go hiking, I'm gonna make this spicy trail mix, but I'm gonna throw in some M&Ms or like peanut
some M&Ms, some peanut butter or whatever.
Yeah.
Just,
but
I don't
now's
know,
the time
just
of year to do it because it's fall, and she made a good point. It's a great little like gift idea. Just package it together, put a little bow on it, a little note, and it's an easy gift.
Something easy, something cool, you know, very, very simple, simplistic, I would say. Just
exactly.
Something really nice.
And then you can say, take this to Mammoth Cave and go hiking and eat your snacks.
I know, but you know, it's really good for the weather though too, because like, you know, once it gets nice, cool, and crisp outside, you're definitely gonna want something a little salty, something with a little bit of a kick with it. But going into your 7-day forecast, we are really gonna have nice temperatures throughout most of the week and really dry conditions, especially all the way through Friday, right into Food Truck Friday. But going into Saturday for the first day of fall, it's not really gonna feel like fall-like temperatures out there with temperatures in the 80s.
All right, thank you, Noah, and thank you all for joining us this morning. We look forward to seeing you all right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. But stick around now because your network news is next.